probably know that. We'll have a microphone here in a second, so if you can't hear, you will. I've been a voice actor for over a decade now. I've voiced many characters in many shows, and I've also scripted tons and tons of anime, and I've also directed anime as well. So it's interesting because what we have here is a property that exists previously, and it's a unique kind of directing because I've directed other things as well. I've directed films that I've written, so I can go ahead and do whatever I want, and I can direct those my way. Directing for anime is really specific. And the whole genre of anime is really specific because, like I said, the property already exists. The animation already exists, so we have to take scripts. As a director, oh my God. As a director, I have to take a script that exists, that is written very specifically to animation to fit right into those mouth movements on screen and make it work. But at the same time, I've got to direct these actors, many of whom don't have training in this field, and I've got to make it work. And the way I've described it many times before is voice acting and anime. It's like acting through a funnel. You've got to learn how to take all of your emotions that you would use on stage or film. You've got to learn to compress it all down into a microphone. So the facial expressions, you actually have to figure out a way to take your facial expressions and have them come through in your voice. That is not an easy thing to do. So to guide someone through that process, especially an actor who's never done it before, is a very difficult thing. And the hardest part of that, and we'll start at the beginning, is casting. So you get a new property, and you, just like any audition process, you have many people come in, and they audition. They read sides. Sides are just little audition scripts. So they read lines from the show in the character voice that they see fit, and then I would direct them through different reads and whatnot and see what they think, what I think sounds good, and then go back and listen to them over and over again, usually with pictures of the character nearby so I can kind of pull them up side by side and see how it works. Then you cast the show.
There's another one.
Now sometimes, unfortunately, you have to recast, and it's because you can't tell from time to time how this voice is going to sound playing against this voice on screen. Sometimes you've got actors who sound too similar.
Or I guess they're just going to plug mine.
I know that Justin Cook and myself, I don't know if you know who Justin Cook is. You're never going to find Justin Cook and myself talking to one another on screen because no one will cast us in those roles because we sound too similar. As a director, you have to keep those kinds of things in mind.
Can you hold this up on him?
So that's kind of the casting process. Any questions at all so far? Okay. Does